As many as 100,000 visitors are in town for the Final Four, and hotels are near capacity. Now, two of those fans in town have a very special story. And Meg Ferris joins us live now from the Superdome to tell us all about it. Hey, Meg.
Well, thanks, Sharice. There are some fans walking around here at the Superdome, but the sports department got an alert that there were some super fans of Final Four. Then we found out they were going to be in town this whole weekend, and so today we got to spend some time with them.
Three of us in our group are Creighton grads.
The first time Doug Knust and Chris Korth were in New Orleans for Final Four, it was 1982. They were seniors at Creighton University in Omaha. The college buddies had watched the previous year's Final Four in a basement bar as juniors and said, let's go next year.
Michael Jordan hit the jump shot that's pretty famous, right?
Ever since then, they have not missed going to a Final Four for the last 40 years.
We actually have more fun when none of our schools are in it, and we just come and root for our old standard is double overtime.
And don't dare try to beat these two men, now in their early 60s, at a Final Four trivia.
Georgetown was coming down to win the game, and the Georgetown player, Fred Brown, I believe, threw it to the North Carolina player.
Well, Keith Smart hit the jumper from the baseline just at the buzzer to beat Syracuse.
Over the decades, there were marriages, children, grandchildren, and at times they came along. About 36 was the biggest group. But it's always Doug and Chris, even when there was a newborn or very pregnant wife at home. Had your wife gone into labor?
Yeah.
Would you have gone home? Be honest.
Is this on TV? Because definitely yes.
Well, no, I definitely would have.
They've met and talked to famous coaches, collected pins and commemorative shirts. They have a collection of old ticket stubs and also long-standing rivalries.
Like Brent says, every school loses, but it's just a little more delicious when KU loses.
But over the years, as memories have faded, along with their hair color,
We used to remember every shot, every game, certainly the 80s and 90s, and then all of a sudden it gets to be 40 years, and I'm trying to remember my kids' names and birthdays.
Almost famous.
and they've gone through family losses and illnesses. This tradition that started as pure love of the game has given back something of immeasurable value.
I don't see these guys other than here. I mean, very seldom do I see them, and I look forward to this every year, renewing friendships, having dinner, having a few cocktails, trading stories.
And for that reason, their Final Four hotel rooms are already booked for years down the road. And by the way, there was one time that they booked 7 years in advance, and the hotel, it wasn't even built yet. They hadn't even broken ground yet on it, Sharice, and they went ahead and booked it. And what was fun while we were there were a couple of people who recognized these guys. They had read about them over the years and wanted their picture taken with them. Reporting live from the Superdome, Meg Ferris, Eyewitness News.
Well, Meg, that is what I call a super fan. They have a secret to the sauce. Book the hotel years in advance, even before breaking ground. I love it.
Yes.